Now, if you're childish out there, okay, you're childish and you're witty and immature as an adult out there, you're getting a chuckle because you think that I'm going off on people. You understand? But if you're a mature individual, you understand where I'm coming from, okay? I prefer to be correct. Do you understand? Again, I'm not your dad that where you're getting on my fucking nerves, or the uncle. Do you understand? I need you to understand my perspective. It's not, you guys are driving me nuts. You need to hear this. Do you understand? My brain gets enjoyment knowing how many people act like upstanding, mature adults, and you're fucking wrong all the time. Do you understand? Do you understand that? Do you understand? I mean, I'm not your pulling my hair out father figure or uncle. It's like, you better fucking straighten your shit out. And you're like, heh heh heh. Do you understand? I know that's how some of you view me, but that's just wrong. Do you understand? I get enjoyment knowing how many of you are fucking wrong all the time. Do you understand? You act like you have your shit together. You act like know-it-alls. You act like you're good advice people. And that brings up another character type that's really funny. And, you know, I talk about narcissists before. You really have to know how to deal with the narcissist. You understand? Until you can cut ties with them. Okay? It's a dance that you have to do with them. Oh, dance. Shut the fuck up. It is a dance. It's a psychological dance. You need to give them just enough where they think they have control, but you need to get them to want more. And because I grew up with a mother that has narcissistic personality disorder, and she does, folks. She has narcissistic personality disorder. Do you understand? And so because of that, I know how to deal with the character type. Okay? That character type is the dude that thinks he's that cool that you really want to be like him. Do you understand? And that guy doesn't have much to offer, okay, when I come across these guys. Like, that's the guy, he may pick a weaker woman to be with. Do you understand? So he can have control. He likes to get people under him and control the guys under him to look like he's the crew leader. Do you understand? He likes to peer pressure. Do you understand? He's that dude you could literally save his grandmother from a fire and he'll tell you it didn't happen. Do you understand? He literally will try to have you believe it didn't happen because he doesn't want you to think that like he wants to approve of everything that exists in your head. Do you understand? And these character types, they exist out there, okay? It's exactly how somebody with narcissistic personality disorder acts, okay? And so they literally be like, nah, that didn't happen. No, you want to be like me. You know, they're like the PSA, the kid, the drug videos we watched as kids. Do you understand? The little drug films. They're like the weed guy, you know, having you smoke weed for the first time. Do you understand? They're like that, the stereotypical anti-drug video weed guy. Like, no, you know you wanna. Do you understand? And they think other men fall for that shit. Do you understand? And it's funny, I run into those guys all the time. It's just an attitude, that's all it is. Like, bro, you're not that fucking badass. You understand? I don't want to be like you. No, like, no, you do. No, you do. I joke with people all the time. If a lot of people, some of you that know the movie American Graffiti, that's the Pharaohs. Remember, Richard Dreyfuss scratches the paint? And it's like that car club. They're kind of like the Rumblers. And they're that car gang. You know, they're like a gang. They all have the vests on and shit. And so, dude's like, what are we going to do with you? Now we're going to have to kill you. You scratched the paint, man. And then Richard Dreyfuss hangs out with them for the night. And it's the Pharaohs. And they're a group of, like, they're like a gang, you know. And he's like, yeah, I know you want to be a pharaoh. And Richard Dreyfuss is like, no, I don't. I think it's Richard Dreyfuss, is that right? Yeah. Richard Dreyfuss is like, no, I really don't. He's like, yeah, you do. Everybody wants to be a pharaoh. You understand? Like, that's the attitude. That's the attitude of some guys that are out there. They think they're that cool to be the peer pressure guy. Like, what the fuck you talking about, man? Come on, nobody want to hear that nonsense. Just talk the way I talk. Walk the way I walk. Listen to my shit. Me. I'm like, who the fuck are you, you fucking ass? No. Do you understand? In fact, women's attraction to me, and whether you guys hate on me for this or not, there's actually a reason why, and I'm just being myself, but the women's attraction to me is because women like interesting men that have some substance beyond just acting like a cool motherfucker. You may act like a cool motherfucker. You may have some history. Do you understand? You may provide. You may tell them nice things, but that shit wears the fuck off. Do you understand? Do you understand? And so a lot of women are intrigued if you're a man that has some substance, really has some substance, not just your fucking boo-hoo stories. Do you understand? And so a lot of the time, that's women's attraction to me. Like, he must have stories. I do have stories. You understand? Not made up either. Do you understand? So that's another thing. The peer pressure dude, the narcissist that thinks he can peer pressure everybody and every dude to walk like him, talk like him, be under him. He will let you know what he wants you to believe. It's a bunch of horse shit. But if you know the buttons to push, you can turn those types into little kids. You understand? Because their types crave attention. Those types crave attention. That's one key. Okay? Be careful dealing with those types. You really have to know the personality type. You understand? They are a mastermind in themselves. You understand? They crave attention, and you have to know to do a dance with them. You can never try to argue with them because they will fucking twist everything around. It's almost not worth arguing with them. You have to outplay them, but pretend. You have to think about it never being a win for you. Do you understand? Never a win per se. The win is being able to keep them on your tail like they want something from you until you cut off. You understand? Until you cut off and break clean. Do you understand? There's no win. There's no changing them. There's no getting them to stop. Do you understand? There's, again, people with narcissistic personality disorder are wired very deeply to be able to get people to be under them, have control over them. Do you understand? And they do not care about your thoughts, your feelings, or anything. They only care about themselves. That is the bottom line. And I mean that. Do you understand? I'm not talking about you being pissed off at some guy because it got fucked up between the both of you, and you're like, you're so full of yourself. Do you understand? It might have been half your fault, and you saying, you're so full of yourself. That guy might not have, narcissistic personality disorder. You understand? Just because you didn't get the attention you wanted from dude, or maybe he's just a simple scumbag or simple loser, he might not have narcissistic personality disorder. You understand? You're so full of yourself. You don't know how full of themselves someone with NPD really is, where they really don't give a shit about you at all. You just provide something for them. Do you understand? And that's it. And another thing that somebody tried fucking with me about, saying that I might be envious of my own mother because it looks like she has her shit together. Looks like she has her shit together. Do you understand? Like, no offense to my mom, she's very talented, but she's very good at making things appear more graceful than they are. Do you understand? That's part of what she does. She paints rosy pictures. She's a poet. You understand? Like a paint rosy shit and castles poet. Do you understand? So she knows how to make herself look bigger than life. You understand? She knows how to. And as far as her having her shit together, she had her career in nursing, and then she retired. Do you understand? She did retire. And the last time I spoke to her, she's like, I didn't retire, all right? I'm like, yeah, hanging on to thinking you're 20-something years old. Yes, you did retire. And volunteering at certain places every once in a while does not mean that you're a nurse still. Do you understand? She's fucking retired, okay? She's doing it because she's age obsessed, okay? Talk about dealing with a mess in my future. My mother. Anyway, so that, plus she did the music thing. Now, she sells some albums, she sells some songs online. She doesn't make huge money that way. She gets to travel around. Do you understand? And she makes a little bit of money. She doesn't make a ton. That's not a huge scene. Part of what she does, her music genre is not a huge scene. It's like the blues folk scene. Do you understand? You know, last time I saw her Facebook, her posts would get 15 to 20 likes by her quote-unquote musician friends, okay? So that's the reality. Where she looks like she's successful musician and businesswoman, she's really mainly just taking money and creating like a supplementary, lifestyle for herself. And that's fine. I don't hate on her for that. But if you think I'm jealous of that, you think I'm envious of that, holy, you gotta be kidding me. She's locked into that shit, you understand? I don't see freedom in certain things that she does. You understand? For real. Not that I need to be totally free either, do you understand? But no. What she and my stepfather have established are complete opposite of what I've needed to do, how I operate, do you understand? And I am not envious of them. Do not be fooled, do you understand? I'm a man who, good pride, who prides myself on the shit that I've been through and what I learned, do you understand? Although it's not going to be forever, do you understand? It's not going to be forever because there's going to be a time where I settle. Okay? Settle, shut the fuck up. You heard what I said. But envious of my mother? Nah. Come on now. Of what? Of what? She makes herself look really great. I'm not saying her music sucks. It's just the reality of that music genre. It's not a popular genre. It's literally a bunch of people her age, a little bit older, a little bit younger, kind of doing the circuit. It's like the comedians scene. Okay, there's only a handful that are huge. The rest just kind of tour and make some money.